Do you use these? A capo? I love capos. You know, I was just thinking, oftentimes I use a capo though, maybe not so much in a creative way. I mean, I use it as a utility. One, to help me change keys and kind of keep the same cowboy chords that I'm used to. But I've been recently working on a song and I realized that you can use a capo to help employ open strings. And we all love open string chords on the guitar. I mean, that's one of the cool things about the guitar. When you have these open strings and your chords, everything just sounds fuller and rings out. And sometimes we play these shapes too. Which is nice, but what if we used a capo to play with those types of shapes as well? This is, again, is something I normally wouldn't think of. I would just basically put a capo on, let's say the first fret, and I'm like, oh great, now I can play my cowboy chords. In those positions. But now I started to experiment with this song like this. So I'm basically doing the same thing I did when I was in the E, in the key of E, but now I'm playing an F chord here, and I have the open strings on top, which happen to be, because the capo's on, the C and the F of the chord. Kind of getting like a major 7 sound here. Going to a D minor 7. But I'm kind of keeping this bar shape, but I'm getting that minor 7 sound simply because the C is still on the top of this D chord. Everyone familiar with this chord shape when you play an A, but now I'm playing a B flat. Let's wrap our thumb around. I mean, there's a pretty chord right there. Experimenting with having these open strings on top. There I'm going down to a C chord. But what's happening? I have now an F on the top, which is suspending that normal C chord. You want to kind of hear it resolve there. But now, again, I'm keeping the same shape. And just by moving this around, I'm getting different flavors of chords that I wouldn't think of normally in an open tuning, because I'm so used to playing just those kind of cowboy chord shapes. So put a capo on, put it anywhere on the guitar neck, and start to hunt around a little bit and use your ears. You know, one of the things that I missed so much when I first learned to play guitar was just exploring. Sometimes we get so wrapped up into the idea that we have to practice certain things all the time. We have to practice our scales, we have to practice our rhythm, we have to practice our new chords. Well, what happened to the fun and excitement in just experimenting on the guitar, not really knowing what you're playing? Again, throw this capo anywhere and I may not know what key I'm really in, but I'm starting to use my ear to navigate what I'm playing. So use your inner ear to navigate around the fretboard. There's nothing greater than kind of expressing yourself, and lots of times we don't do that anymore because we get so hung up in the patterns that we learned, or a certain chord shape, or anything like that, that we don't really take time just to hunt around and discover what's really inside of us. I know it sounds a little hokey at first, but really put yourself in a position where you don't know what you're playing on the guitar, and go on a quest to find that inner music inside of you.